welcome back to my channel, Lickle Dashy Creations, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this sunburst granny square. It's super cute, it's super easy to make, it's super fast, even at beginner level. It's a really quick one and it's just a joy to make. So let's get to it. Okay, so before we begin, we'll just go through the things what you are going to need for this granny square. Of course, our yarn, and I've got this lovely yellow, which is actually called Sunshine, and then this nice dusky pink. They're both 100% acrylic and they are 4mm. So we're going to use our 4mm crochet hook because we always match the width of our yarn to our hook. And then we're going to need a pair of scissors. We have a wool needle for weaving in the ends. And then we have a block to place our squares on at the end so that we can block them and pull them into shape. Okay, so let's begin. So the first thing we need to do is attach our yarn to our crochet hook. So we're going to make a slip knot. So the easiest way to make a slip knot is to wind around your finger, just cross it over and pull it through to a little hoop, and then we're going to pick up our crochet hook just through there and then pull it tight. Not too tight, but now we have cast on our yarn. And then we're going to start this round by chaining 5 stitches, and to chain we're just going to wind our yarn and pull it through. So that's 1 chain, 2 chain, 3, 4 and 5. We've now created ourselves a chain of 5, and we're going to now join this chain of 5 together to make a loop. So the way we do that, we want to put the end of our crochet hook into our very first chain, which is here. We're going to pop it through. This part of our yarn is our tension, so we're just holding it with our finger. So we're going to pull it a little bit tight, and we're going to pull it through that first hoop, and then we're going to pull it through this second hoop. We've now created a little hole where we're going to work into. Okay, so now we're going to start our round, and we're going to start the round by doing a treble crochet. And the way we do a treble crochet is we wrap the yarn around our hook. We then work into our stitch. So we're going to work our hook through that center ring. And then we're going to pick up the yarn back and pull it back through the center ring. And the tension, we want to have quite loose tension, although we don't want very tight stitches. And then we're going to pull the yarn through 2 hoops that are on our hook. And then we're going to pull the yarn through again and pull it through 2 hoops on our hook. That again, yarn over, through the middle, nice loose tension, pull through 2 and pull through 2. So we're going to continue until we have 16 in total. So we've got our 1, 2 and 3. 4, 5, 6, start that again, it happens to us all. 6, 7, and what I'm doing here is I'm trying to keep that tail end close by, so I'm actually weaving in this tail end as I go, so we don't have to do it at the end. It's just something that I like to do. Anything to make weaving in the ends a little bit easier. If there's something that you like to do, drop it in the comments below. Maybe we can all help each other out with some little crochet tips. There we go. So how many do we have so far? Let's have a count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yes, 11, 5 to go, yarn over, through the middle, pull through 2, yarn over, through the middle, pull through 2, yarn over, through the middle, nice loose tension, pull through 2, yarn over, through the middle, pull through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, one more, and there we go. So we have our 16 posts in total. So we're going to join this circle, and the way we're going to do that is that we're going to join it in the top of this chain 3 space that we did. So we chained 3 to begin with, so there's 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to join it through the very top there. So I've inserted my hook, I'm going to grab my yarn and pull it through the first one and pull it through the second one. And that is round 1 complete. You can now pull the back to tighten the hole if you weaved it in as you was going along, and it'll pull it nice and tight. So now we're going to begin round 2, and to start off with we're going to chain 2, so 1, 2, and this counts as half of our first stitch. We're now going to do a treble into the same stitch, so we're going to yarn over and we're going to go into the bottom of where we've done that chain. We're going to pull through 2 and we're going to pull through 2. We're now going to do a chain of 1, and then we're going to move into the next stitch and we're going to do a treble 2 together this time. So a treble 2 together, so we go in as if we're going to do a normal treble, so yarn over through the stitch, pull up our yarn as normal and pull through 2. But instead of pulling through these 2, we're going to repeat that action again. So we're going to go yarn over, we're going to through the stitch rather, pull up a hoop, then we're going to pull through 2, and then we're going to pull through all of the stitches left on the hoop. So now we've got 2 triple crochets, but we've finished them together. And then chain 1. We're going to do the same in the next stitch. So that again, yarn over, through the stitch, we're going to pull our yarn, nice loose tension, we're going to pull through 2, but we're not going to pull through the last 2, we're going to yarn over again, oops, yarn over, back through that stitch, pull up 2, then we're going to pull through 2, and then we're going to pull through the last 3. And then we're going to chain 1. And we're going to do that in every stitch all the way around. Chain 1. And we want that nice loose tension. We just want the yarn to nicely glide through your fingers so that we get some nice long sunbursts. If it's too tight, they would be too short. We want nice long sunbursts. And then release some yarn. This should be our last one. Chain one, but what we'll do is we'll just have a count up just to make sure. We should have 16 little clusters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we're going to join this together similar to how we did it before, but this time we only chained a 2, so we're just going to miss the first 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and then we're going to join it into this third stitch here, which is the top of that first triple crochet that we did. So pull it through and pull it through like this. So you should have something that looks like this. And now we're going to cast this colour off and add our next colour. And to take the colour off, I simply cut the yarn, and then through this loop I'm just going to pull that end through and pull it so that it ties then into a knot. And now we're ready for round 3, and we're going to add our pink. And the way we're going to add this pink is into the top of any of these clusters. So in a top stitch, I'm going to pick one, and you can see my cluster. This is the top of the stitch, just here. So I'm going to just pull my colour through, and then I'm going to simply tie it in a knot. I have my new colour on. Then I'm going to insert my hook into there. I'm just going to pull it through, and I'm ready to go. So to start this round, we're going to chain 1. Make sure I've got the right end. We don't want to be crocheting with our tail end. Here we go. So we're going to chain 1. So to start with, we're going to do 2 double crochets into this next space. So double crochet, there's no yarn over, we go straight into the middle, we pull up our hoop and pull through 2. That's 1, we need another 1 in there, so yarn, insert hook rather, and pull through. We're then going to move into the next space, and we're going to do 2 half treble crochets. And the way we do a half treble is we yarn over, we insert our hook, and we pull through. But unlike the treble, we don't pull through 2, we pull through all 3. And we're going to do another one of those into that space. And pull through all 3. I'm then going to move into the next chain space, and in this one we're going to do 2 treble crochets. So yarn over, insert, pull through, we're going to pull through 2, and we're going to pull through 2. We're going to do another one of those, so yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And we're going to create our corner now, so we're going to start making this motif square. So we're now going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do 2 more of those trebles in this same space. So yarn over, insert hook, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Yarn over, insert hook, pull through 2 and pull through 2. So as we can see now, we've started to create our corner. In this next space we're going to do 2 half trebles. So yarn over, insert hook, pull through all 3 hoops. That one again, yarn over, insert hook and pull through all 3 hoops. In the next space we're going to move back down to 2 double crochets. So in this space here we're going to insert hook and just pull through 2. Insert hook and pull through 2. In the next space we're going to move back to our half trebles. So yarn over, insert, pull through all 3. Another one of those in there. Pull through all 3. And now we're back to creating another corner. So in this one it's 2 trebles. So pull through 2, pull through 2. Another one of those in there. Pull through 2, pull through 2. We're going to chain 3 again to create the corner. And then we're going to work 2 more trebles into that same space. So yarn over, insert, pull through 2, pull through 2. Remember, quite a loose tension, just so that we're not getting our stitches too tight. I'm going to work another one in there. And then we're going to move over to this chain space with our half trebles. And another one. Next chain, next space there is just a double crochet. And another one. And then back to half trebles. Yarn over, insert, pull through all 3 hoops, yarn over, insert, pull through all 3, and then we're going to create another corner. So we've got our 2 trebles, another one. I'm going to chain 3 for our corner, and in this same space I'm going to work 2 more trebles. Another one. Move that tail end out of the way there. And then our next space, which is here, we're going to move back to half trebles. Pull through all 3. And another half treble. Our next space is our double crochet, so insert hook and pull through, insert hook and pull through. We're now back on our half trebles. Two of those, all 3. Release some yarn. And then we're going to work our last corner into here. With our trebles. Chain 3. 2 more in that very same space. And then our final space will be our 2 half trebles. And there we have. And now we can join. So we can join in that first chain that we made. So we're just going to go through there and pull our yarn through. So we really can start seeing our lovely sunshine now. So we've created our square shape and we've built up. So we've started with a single, then we've done a half treble or 2 half trebles, and then the trebles, which is building up in size to create that square shape. And for our final round, we're simply going to do a half treble in each of the stitches all the way around. And in the corners, we're going to do 4 half trebles. So we'll start by chaining 2. And then in each stitch, we're going to do a half treble. So yarn over, insert, and pull through all 3 on the hook. Yarn over into the next one, pull through all 3. Now next stitch, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, next stitch, pull through all 3, yarn over, all 3. We've now got to our corner, so we're going to work 4 into the corner. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then going to carry on working that half trebles into each stitch all the way around, doing 4 in each of the corners. So now we've gone all the way around with a half treble in each. Then we're going to join into that top of that first chain 2 that we did, just by inserting our hook and pulling through. And there we have our granny square. I'm just going to snip off again and pull this through. That's looking amazing. I mean, that just makes me happy just looking at that lovely sunshine. Such a happy colour. So we just need to weave in our ends now. So if you've got your wool needle, you just need to weave all your ends so that you can't see them. Okay, so we're just going to go through and just sew them in so that they are disguised throughout the stitching. And I pop this yellow through here like this. Weaving through, and then when you've weaved through quite far enough, you can just chop. And because I'm weaving my first one as we went, we don't need to weave that one in any further. Then we've just got our top 2. Right, so you should have all your ends woven in now. So the next thing that is a good idea to do is block your squares. And the reason why you should block your squares is it's a good idea to pull them into the same position so that when you come to sew them together or crochet them together, they're all the same size. I'm just going to use some bobby pins just to pull mine in. So I'm just going to pop these in the corner and loosely just make sure they're in a square shape. And you can spray them with a misting of water to dampen them, and then when they're just left overnight, they'll come back off and be in a lovely square shape, which makes it a lot easier for sewing together. But that just looks delightful. I hope you enjoyed that video and managed to make yourself one of these gorgeous sunny granny square motifs. If you did enjoy it, give me a thumbs up and a like, and don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment as well, and I'll see you in the next video.